Here we go. Previously on Junior Adventurers League. The Junior Adventurers League successfully rescued Professor Gallery of Varick from the swimming city of Chaylandia. Their mission accomplished, they were next left in the care of Professor Valqwyn, the elderly Goliath caretaker and druidic instructor. On his summer leave, Professor Valqwyn wished to consult with some of his druidic contacts and has brought our adolescent heroes to the Palm Lands, a region of fun. The adventure begins on the 77th of Summershine, year 557 of Kairosha's Fourth Age. This is episode 3, Party of One. Welcome to the 4th episode of Junior Adventurers League, a brand new D&D actual play brought to you by the creators and cast of Experience Points. In Junior Adventurers League, our heroes are students at the Gygaxian School of Future Adventurers, which is a fantasy boarding school that teaches children everything they need to know about exploring dungeons and slaying dragons. Each week, our adolescent heroes undertake a new and perilous quest, chosen by our audience in a weekly poll that will test their skills, their knowledge, and their teamwork.
If you are just joining us and unfamiliar with what Experience Points is, A, that'd be a little weird, and B, you should check us out on YouTube. We are a 12-part web series about Dungeons & Dragons and the people who play it. We are currently funding for our 2nd season on Patreon, so head over there, see what we got. We got some new... We just instituted Map Monthly, which is now part of the $5 donation tier. So we've got things that are changing and updating over there. So check that out to get us to season 2.
Yeah, all right. So we're going to go through and do our quick character introductions. I want you guys to give your player name, your character name, and your class, and what was the last time, or possibly the worst time, that your character got in trouble at school. Hold on. We're going to start with, we started with who last week?
Well, should we start with Heather since she has the merit badge?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, let's start with Heather. So Valqwyn last week got the merit patch, which was voted by the chat to be the most valuable member of the league last week. We'll see at the end of this adventure who gets it when they vote. Go ahead, Heather, introduce your character.
So my character is Valqwyn Cruzera. She is a half-drow fighter. And I believe the last time she really got in trouble was when the Junior Adventurers went to an enchanted forest, and she may have started cutting down one of the trees without realizing it was alive. But it was an honest mistake.
Yikes.
And,
yeah,
she was punished, but she's fine now. It's fine.
I feel like you were probably with even Professor Valqwyn, right? Like the Druid professor at that time.
Yeah. I thought it was commissioned. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, no. Yikes. That's terrible. All right. Let's move to our right. I think we're going to go with Jrmi. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hey, quick question for chat. Are you guys seeing a red block appear over Timothy's face occasionally? If you are, code word is red. So if you see that happening, type red in the chat, because we see it happening, and I don't know if it's an issue for everybody.
I mean, the audio's fine, though.
Yeah. I'm playing a halfling bard named Jrmi. I'm 8 and a girl. I don't believe in danger, because I am Simba. I think probably the last adventure so far was the worst. Every time Jrmi gets in trouble, which is probably often, is the worst time she's ever been in trouble. So last adventure was...
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Okay, cool. I don't know what
is it still red?
No, it's just flashes of red.
Every now and then.
Which is really ominous.
Is it still happening? Because I was opening up a document, and I wondered if that was...
Possible.
Very possible.
It is
so
not
is it still happening
right now.
No,
okay. Thanks for letting us know, chat. Keep us up to date if I continue to flash red. I feel like it's just my poor internet's shitty bandwidth that just could not handle.
Like more than one thing open at once.
Kill Bill style,
Yes, but Jrmi did get into some significant trouble last week with Professor Gallery of Varick when she attempted to cast Charm Person on a professor.
Which she still doesn't feel wrong about, because she had a mission that she was given and they were not at school. So in her mind,
well,
she was
definitely
being
one of the tenets is you're not supposed to use your magic spells on the professors. All right, moving on down the line, we have Cody.
Hello. I am playing the high elf Theodûir, and he is a sorcerer. And gosh, he's probably been in trouble a lot.
But it was never his fault.
He's missed trouble a lot because of his father.
There's definitely some of that too, and also maybe talked his way out of it, or even like convinced the teacher that someone else did it, instead.
Just throwing someone under the bus.
But I think if it would probably have to be where he and like another student will say we're off doing something, and he left the student behind.
Of course.
Yeah, like maybe the other student got like trapped like under a log or something like that, and I tried to lift it, but it was just too hard. But it would probably be something like that. He probably really got reprimanded because party above all, right? Like that's
exactly because party above all. Yeah, I think that's the thing that Theodûir struggles with the most.
I think
is Theodûir above all is kind of your.
Yeah. He's like he's very much kind of a survival of the fittest kind of attitude.
Of the fittest, like as though you're the fittest.
Right?
He thinks about it. Yeah.
Ridiculous. All right, and lastly, we have on the far opposite side.
Hi, I'm Moss. I am playing a dwarven druid named Moss, and my actual name is Kevin. In the web series, I play Jrmi, who is the most badass wizard you'll ever meet.
And not Gandalf.
He is the Stormseer. He's the Viridian Eye.
The oncoming storm.
He who sleeps unsound.
Yeah, all those things are true.
So Jrmi is pretty awesome, just like all the characters and people I play,
right.
namely Moss.
Boy.
Okay.
And I think Moss probably got in trouble. I'm betting because he seems to have an enjoyment of turning into animals and creatures and stuff like that. I'm betting he got in trouble for destroying a couple books in the library whilst in animal form. Just like, bored in the library, he's forced to be there, like study hall or something like that, and they sent him back up there, and he's like, I'll be able to find the book a lot easier if I'm, a badger.
And you're clawing your way up.
Yeah, so he's just there's a few books that are just mauled to death. And I know that one of them in particular is probably particularly rare, and he is...
I like the idea that it was like some sort of cursed tome and it like unleashed a bunch of ghosts in the library or something. Right? It was like
the library just like full of these librarian ghosts.
Right, absolutely.
And they're just like, they just incessantly constantly,
yes,
and it's...
The library at the Gygaxian School of Future Adventures is haunted by dead librarian ghosts. That's officially canon. Yes. I mean... All right, great.
And it's Moss's fault.
Moss's fault, yeah. It's a very recent development. It's entirely your fault. All right, so as I mentioned, you guys are currently in the company of Professor Barkwood, who is a sort of elderly Goliath groundskeeper. And he is taking you on his sort of summer sabbatical. He's heading out into the Palm Lands, which is this region of just barren deserts, very, very sort of Rub al-Khali Arabian setting. So the past 3 days, coming from a nearby port city called Cloprekus, you guys have been crossing the desert. According to Professor Barkwood, you are attempting to meet with some of his druidic contacts. But as far as you can tell, those druidic contacts are just rocks.
Awesome.
So he will stop every once in a while, about twice a day and have like a conference with like a half-buried boulder. One time he talked to a cactus, which was like a big change. But it is exceptionally hot and exceptionally like nasty out here. So in our reoccurring trend of you guys having endured some sort of physical hardship at the very beginning of the adventure, before you were pedaling the octothopter, before you were climbing those stairs, you never days in this wasteland. So I imagine you're sweating profusely, right? There's no end in sight, just desert for miles and miles. Barkwood is a little bit ahead of you and has been for most of the time. He's sort of a crutchy old Goliath, very stooped and walking on like a shillelagh. For those of you who don't know what a Goliath is, he's kind of a sort of a rock person. He's basically a giant 8-foot tall human, just sort of studded with little like rocky spurs. He's old and stooped. He's wearing this kind of like clothing that's made out of like bark and vines that even in this intense heat still sort of retains the green natural color. Every once in a while you'll see like mice and squirrels kind of go scattering around his sort of vestments. Somehow he's managed to, with his druidic power, keep it green. He's also accompanied by a tiger. Is everything okay?
Static is back. Possibly on your end.
Everyone's favorite.
Yeah.
Static. Is that any better, chat? Let us know. Say static.
I pronounced that, but I don't think it is.
Is it me crinkling?
I want to blame you too.
Oh man.
It's the internet. Man, you need to get hardwired into the internet. Are you wireless right now?
I should be. I mean, I unplugged it from my computer. I unplugged my computer from the wall. That's static. I can try my microphone again.
Sure. Let's start with
Okay, 1 second, everybody.
Why not?
Here at the Junior Ventures League, we like to perform Dungeons and Dragons
Better?
and tech
Still static?
Musical.
tech support as
we
well.
can't hear it, so...
You guys can't hear static?
Yeah, so if you just want to...
Okay, let us know, chat, if you're still hearing static.
Cue the music. There was no static at the beginning.
Yeah. So we'll see. Let us know. I'm gonna press forward, but just send that static out there if you hear it's still static. Okay. Is it something to do with the resolution? That's what it was for, right?
Possibly. Let me check.
Warbling
Okay.
static. Ooh, we're getting descriptive now. I like it. Warbling.
Warbly static, always.
Cool, that's a fun Kate. Give him a little wink.
Did everybody just acknowledge how on fleek Kate is today with her Rosie the Riveter bandana and her Rosie the Riveter overalls?
Beautiful lip colors, all purple.
No, that's
Right.
my shot.
Right.
That's my shot.
No, those are the same as they were.
I don't understand. That's what's so ridiculous. Is that when we actually start playing, that's when the static starts. All this stupid
It was
bullshit.
fine up until you actually started the campaign, yeah. The internet knows. That damned
The
internet.
internet knows. It always knows.
Anyone to watch IT Crowd? That little box is the internet. I think someone destroyed it.
Is it unbearable?
Oh my gosh.
How unbearable is it, chat?
Yeah, is it unbearable, chat? Let us know.
1 through
We've had this
5.
issue before.
5 being the worst, 1 being the best.
Brass believes that Moss got a Dorito stuck in the stream.
That's possible. Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
The way he eats those, they go everywhere.
For me, it's that popping sound.
God.
3.
That could vary.
Yeah, so it's like it's right in the middle, of course, right? It's not 2 or 4. It's
Oh, damn.
Alright, we're not playing 3.5. Get that shit out of here.
I'm okay with it.
Hey, what would you like to do? I can hang up and try to come back and see if it's still staticky. We only have a few options here.
warning, every time you hang
and
up,
do
we
that
just
one,
win.
Because otherwise, then it's start over.
Let me give it a shot. I'll be right back, everybody.
Okay. Alright, we're back to XP Musical.
And 1, 2, 3, 4.
This is giving me plenty of time to catch up on my Cheez-Its.
Oh, Theodûir.
God. Here's our midriffs. I went to Medieval Times yesterday for the first time.
fun.
That was a good time.
Yeah, did you play with swords?
No, but
Damn it.
they did, and they were very good
Damn
at
it.
it. They
Yeah.
like swing very, very roughly at each other.
I bet.
Hello.
I'm back.
Way to do it. My finger's still messed up from
Everybody.
being hit by a sword a couple weeks ago. I know.
Go ahead and say static and give us a number if you can still hear me. How staticky it is from 1 to 5.
Yes, always.
Yeah, I think we should just let Chad DM if I can't do it. If I sound.
I'm nowhere now. Roll for initiative.
I'm comfortable with that.
2. Okay, 3 again. Still about the same. 8. What do you think?
Let's keep going for now, and if it gets to a 4,
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Let us know if it worsens or
unless we just
if it magically improves somehow. Yeah. Okay, let me set an alarm, and we'll just keep going. I appreciate everybody's patience. It's so ridiculous. Last week we had a much smaller chat, and it sounded great, and now we have a larger chat, and it sounds terrible.
Yeah, we really can only fit like 6 of you in here to watch this.
Yeah, right.
Are you
Anymore.
blaming
So
the
4 of you
chat?
must
They're
be
the ones that are here for
sacrificed
us,
to the
guys.
stream gods. Okay. Let me set a timer here.
I don't blame
All
the
right.
chat. I'm on your side.
I'm not.
Well, that's a good
So,
point. Maybe try a different port for the mic. I don't know if you have 2 ports.
I like that color.
But if you guys can hear me, it's not me, right? Like it's if you guys don't hear static, it can't be on my end. It's got to be on their end, right? Like I can try that, but I don't see how it would matter.
Yeah.
It's not you, it's us, Timothy.
Replay
I appreciate that, Miramonte.
Damn.
Alright.
You want to just press forward, or what do you want to do?
Let's just
Okay. We'll go to our next break, and if it becomes unbearable, let us know. But we're just gonna try to push forward. Sorry, guys. So you are in the company of Professor Barkwood, as I said before, and he has with him his animal companion, who is this decrepit old tiger named Snickers, who is exactly as old as he is, and they're just kind of slogging along together. The tiger is old, like a little toothless, and kind of gray-furred, and just broken down old wreck. And the two of them walk at exactly the same pace, and like if you call out to Professor Barkwood, they'll both turn at the same time. Like it's almost like they're like linked. But yeah, you guys have been walking and walking and walking. How do you think that you guys have beaten the heat over the course of the past 3 days?
Goodness.
I think Moss is like with his spirit guide right now, so he's like everything that he sees the professor do, he's doing the exact same. He's talking to the rock. He's putting like all the actions, just hanging on his every single word, and I'm pretty confident the professor doesn't notice.
Yeah, sure. The professor will sort of monologue about desert survival and things like that, but he doesn't pay you any particular attention, Moss, despite all your attempts. Yeah. What about you, Val?
I think Val's just been carrying her armor more than wearing it this time. She's gotten down to a knickus just because it's hot. Screw it. Just too much.
Horrible. What about you, Jrmi?
I kind of like the idea that I'm like, if you have billowy robes, that I'm trying to like
Hide underneath them.
to be cooler, and then also practicing my kazoo, which everyone loves.
Oh no.
Of course.
Getting real good at kazooing.
You were not for maybe the first day. You didn't really think to play the kazoo, and then going forward, you started. And ever since you started, there've been vultures circling around. It's as though the kazoo has summoned these vultures.
I think I'm like, I gotta be
came
there.
out to find it.
Already, I got fans watching, so I'm doing it for their benefit.
What about Theo?
He's probably been doing some prestidigitation every time he gets too sweaty and all like wet and damp. Probably just like whiffs it off or whatever. And then
Laboriously keeping yourself looking fresh.
as often as possible, he's probably been casting friends on Jrmi and tricking her into giving him some of his water.
Every now and then.
Well, I don't know. I'm gonna make an opposed roll on that.
Yeah, so I guess it would be a persuasion from Theodûir. You have advantage, right? Because it's charisma based.
It
would be.
It up here really quick,
I would say it's an insight from you. Sure.
Yeah, I have advantage on all charisma checks, basically. Yeah.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Theodûir?
with this spell that he's using and giving it to him. I made this joke that he has a spell that literally just conjures friends, right?
It's just like, I don't have any, so you be my friend for a minute.
Here we go. Oh, well. Yeah, I rolled a 2 and a 3.
Yeah, I got a 17.
Ooh.
So
No
no
way.
way am I doing that.
You're even probably aware that he's doing it magically. I don't know whether you would want to tell on him or not. But,
That's why I'm
yeah.
under his robes, like keeping cool and playing the kazoo as close and loudly to him as possible. And I dedicate like every song to him. I'd be like, and this one's for you too. I this one's a family one that is for you.
Please.
So, sort of around like sundown on day 3, you guys notice that up ahead there is sort of a fleck of green on the horizon. You refuse to believe your eyes at first, thinking this is merely another illusion, another mirage. But the closer and closer that you come, it does indeed materialize into what looks like a small oasis. This would be the first oasis you guys have encountered. Professor Barkwood will kind of point, "That's the first way marker." So sort of saying like granite on granite voice, right? You guys want to go and explore it? He'll kind of point ahead.
Yeah.
Looks like shade and water.
Yeah, he'll like continue going at his incredibly slow pace. Do you guys want to like overpass him or
Yeah.
just follow behind?
Yeah, I want to overpass him.
I'm
I
not
want to like
even
run over
gonna
there.
Look for traps.
Okay, cool.
I think Moss,
You two go running off.
Moss actually is probably going to stick with the professor.
That makes sense
Yeah.
to me. Yeah, totally. What about you, Theodûir?
I'll probably run ahead. Yeah. Expecting about
Okay,
to
cool.
water from Jrmi. Oh God. An oasis.
So the three kids go running. Moss kind of stays behind. Professor Barkwood is just slowly.
With Snickers.
So the three of you run ahead. You can see that there are a dozen verdant green trees, some palm trees, some date trees, that stand in a small circle. The ground kind of dips down and is filled with thick shrubbery and tufts of grass. In the exact center of the oasis, the earth slopes down even further to reveal a small pool of sparkling blue water, the sunlight dappling across its surface. Your weary legs demand that you stop. Your parched throat demands that you drink. You want to do?
I dive into the
I'll
pool.
do both of those things.
I drop my armor next to it and just dive in.
Big clatter. You go diving in. It's like not super deep, right? It's not like you can like wade in or jump in, but it's
I'll just jump
like 2 feet.
in.
Yeah, the big belly flop. So the minute that the two of you, Jrmi, you come up to the edge, right? You want to take a drink. The minute that the two of you drink the water, any of the water goes in your mouth, you disappear.
We're dead.
Yep. The end, guys.
Yeah.
My armor
They
is back
take a
there.
little ahead of you. You're like approaching as you see this, and they just vanish. They're gone.
That's awesome.
Oh no. Well,
I'd like to point out my weapons were still on, but my armor was not.
Yeah, your armor's in a big heap, but your weapons, yeah, are with you definitely.
they were good people, weren't they?
Immediately giving up for dead.
Well, survival of the fittest.
More water for me. Wait, no.
I guess I'll have it all then, won't I? No, no, he doesn't say any of that. Sorry.
What are you gonna do?
I'll probably. Can I do some kind of Arcana check? I don't know. I mean, this would make me be like, oh, what just happened? I'd probably try to sense magic somewhere because that seems like a magical thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
Really?
To my 12-year-old
We just disappeared.
brain.
It's not like a magical thing.
Well, I rolled a 5 plus 4, so that's a mod 9.
You think this whole place is a mirage, like it's an illusion, right?
Shit.
It's real. The trees aren't real. The water's not real. Maybe Jrmi and Valqwyn weren't real. You're not sure. You don't know. You think you're going crazy from the heat.
He starts having all these flashbacks now, like of all these times.
There's one of those low angle spinning shots around you as you're like looking up, like what?
Times you were just talking to yourself when you thought we were
I
there.
thought, yeah. Val and Jrmi were there the whole time. I was talking
But
to myself.
at this moment, that's when Professor Barkwood and Moss and Snickers will kind of arrive at the.
Theo looks down and there's
waste.
a zoo in his hand.
I was turning the whole time.
Yeah. I was playing it.
What do you want to do, Moss? When you get there,
I think Moss is sticking to the bridge. He doesn't give a crap about the rest of his compatriots. He's just watching every single move that this druid does. And
okay, yeah. So
man.
Barkwood will kind of go to each one of the trees and stand and kind of touch the bark and like. Well, I'm glad to see you, old friend. Yes, that's interesting. Less rain than usual. I would have thought. No, he's just having a conversation with this. Snickers the tiger will kind of slowly pad over to the pool and like dip down and start to lap at the water. And the moment that it laps, it also disappears. Give me a perception check, Moss. Theodûir, you certainly would have noticed that. Because you're right.
nope, not paying attention.
Looking at trees.
That's 7.
You do not care at all.
I am right there next to the professor, just like everything that he's doing. His hand on the tree.
You're maybe like mumbling a little bit of
Yeah,
what he
just
says
a
to
little bit of what he says, just like whispering it to myself. Like,
This is how I feel.
Give me a persuasion. Yeah, I want to see if you can like basically some kind of charisma-based check. Well, I want to see if you can warm up to Professor Barkwood at all. I mean, if you're following him around, giving him attention. Yeah, you
me.
Moss, go for it.
I was just like, oh, okay, who's doing that? Ooh, damn.
Yeah.
It was I got a mod 15.
Okay, yeah.
I get a minus
That's
2 to all my charisma rolls, by the way. I am a smelly child.
child.
I'm a smelly,
Brutal.
awful child.
Yeah.
He kind of turns as you're talking to the tree and like doesn't say anything, but he just pats you on the head a couple of times.
I've been accepted.
Theodûir, what do you want to do?
He'll probably like kind of outburst and be like, "Oh, it happened again! It's happening again!
Is nothing real?
I don't understand, Professor." It'll probably be something.
What is it, little one?
The pond. All our friends keep disappearing, don't you see it? Am I going mad? You remember them, don't you, Val? Val and Jrmi!
Don't you?
You're gonna look around.
Professor, please!
Moss, do you see your classmates anywhere?
I guess I'd look around and be like, no.
Most unusual. Master Theodûir, what was it you said they did before they disappeared?
I saw them dip their heads into the pond, and water must have went down their gullet, I'm sure.
Instead of saying drink, I'm sure.
Kind of like slowly move over. Moss, do you want to follow?
Oh, I'm doing everything, especially after the pat on the head. It's like, I can get another one of those.
I'm gonna put a pat on the head. Ooh. He kind of stops and he looks down at the water and goes,
It is enchanted with a teleportation spell.
you rolled a natural 20 in his Arcana, by the way.
Yeah. He's like, it's from this place.
And he doesn't even like test it, he just looks at it and looks up. It's this. Yeah.
So it's magic.
A teleportation spell, Master Theodûir. There is no way to know, however, where they have been teleported to.
Oh no.
I'm afraid Snickers has gone with them.
So we are going to cut from there, actually. We're going to cut to where Val and Jrmi and now Snickers. So you guys are standing, you sort of like hid in the water and took in your, either you drank it or you swam in it and sort of ingested the water. And there was this like moment of just weird, like transporter room in Star Trek spatial disassociation. And it came back together. Absolutely. And now you guys are standing in a totally different environment. The heat of the sun is gone, and you can definitely feel that you're indoors. You're basically standing in a smoky, very aromatic chamber, lit by a number of strategically placed braziers all around, The room appears to be some sort of manner of tent or pavilion, kind of gauzy curtains peeling in the walls. The floor beneath you is comprised of just a morass of all these richly woven carpets, and you can see these great cushions that lie strewn kind of haphazardly all around, surrounding little low tables of dark mahogany wood. The room is also just crowded with people. They're dressed in sort of extravagant silks and turbans and caftans. They're all kind of murmuring to each other and drinking from little like wine snifters. They're eating, little delicacies on trays. Everything is very like languorous and sensual, and everyone is having a good time.
And I'm in my underwear.
Yeah, you are in your underwear.
My underwear with weapons.
And in the distance, you can kind of hear like a very strange stringed instrument playing kind of a jaunty, exotic sounding tune. Just a low high. You guys are there, kind of standing, looking awkward, and then maybe about a minute later, a tiger appears next to you.
Oh shit! Snickers?
What do you guys do?
Snickers? Hello! Shoo. I don't have any clothes on.
You're just like trying to cover
I have
yourself
like
up.
my shield in front of me, just like
You're hiding behind the shield.
Neither do these people.
You're just like trying to cover yourself up.
Uh,
You're
Hello!
No one seems to have immediately noticed you. You could try to like go find someone and talk to them if you want, but it's just kind of the bustling party atmosphere.
I'm definitely hiding behind Snickers too, and my shield just like.
Snickers like doesn't really seem to have noticed that it's somewhere different. It just kind
I'll slow him. Good. Stay right there, Snickers. Good job.
of shifts and then tips over and lies down.
I've lost my cover.
Snickers is a great protector. Yeah.
Can I see any kind of like, I don't know, like spare cloth lying around, like a tablecloth or something?
Oh yeah, there's carpets and like sort of gauzy curtains all over the place.
I'll just like rip some curtains off and like hand them.
Okay, so you can go and yank one of the curtains down. As you do, you notice that the wall behind it is kind of unusual. It's made out of sort of like polished, round, like brass, like solid brass.
Cool.
Not really sure what that means, but it's not like stone or anything like that. Yeah, you can hand that to Val.
Thank you, Jrmi.
What do you got?
Who's nearby that I can go talk to?
There's like a couple of people kind of lounging around. One of them, there's like a woman feeding what look like little fruits, like little dates, into the mouth of like a nearby guy. They're kind of giggling as they do it.
This is awkward. I don't know what's happening.
I'll walk up to them.
Okay, sure.
Excuse me.
So, who are you? Is a child? Who has invited a child to this soiree?
Well, I don't know. We just happened here. Where is it? Where are we? Who are you? Why are you here?
Oh well, I am Basim, and this is my companion. He'll kind of like brush a hand languorously across the cheek of this other woman. They're kind of unusual. At first, you thought they were just humans, but when you get there, they don't look human. They have kind of like white blue skin, really like high cheekbones. As I said, they're wearing like very sort of nice, extravagant silk. But their hair, some of it is like wrapped up in scarves, and some of it isn't, is all bright white and kind of like blows sort of in a wind that doesn't exist. Like, to make this reference, in a shampoo commercial, right? Like, it's kind of like wafting around a little bit, as you know, there's always like a perpetual like photo shoot fan on them.
So just like
they also have these like pupilless eyes of just sapphire blue, like bright blue. They're very sort of like kind of sexy model type people, right? Not that you would necessarily know that they're characters. But.
Val is definitely just like getting kind of awkwardly close and just like staring at them.
Yeah,
little like face.
They're very, very pretty.
I just started in puberty. I don't know what's happening here. So many feelings.
You're having all these weird feelings you don't understand. And Basim kind of touches the cheek of this other woman, and the woman goes, "We are guests of Master Wahid. Who are you?"
My name's Jrmi, and this is Val, and then that's Snickers over there.
He's just...
And we don't know where everyone else is. You know, we just drank water, and then we're here, and we don't know where here is, and we want to go home.
Oh, well, I'm sure if you have made your way here, then you must be a guest of Master Wahid. Here, I will summon Darabat! And she kind of claps, and you see someone kind of comes hustling through the crowd over towards you guys. All right, we're going to cut from there back to the Oasis. So Theodûir and Moss and Professor Valqwyn are all kind of standing around the pool of water. I'm not quite sure what to do. What do you guys want to do?
Professor, I'm worried about our friends. Well, shouldn't we be?
Isn't that the right thing?
Is that the correct emotion? That's the human thing.
It's worry, right?
I too am concerned, Master Theodûir, but what must be done? You are the adventurers, are you not?
I think Moss will be like, party above all. And like just look like waiting like.
Very good.
Yeah.
Master Moss. Party
He like reaches out his hand, and he points towards the pool.
above all.
Party above all.
I think once he reaches out and puts, we should go follow him. We can follow him, and then he'll boom straight at the pond.
Cool. Yeah, you can take a big gulp of the water and moss disappears.
He'll probably like, pull the water up and look at the professor like, ha! It's just gone.
Beautiful.
The most animated Moss has ever been. Like he's just like, accept me.
Theodûir will probably get a little bashful and he'll be like, well, I am really thirsty. I suppose that's why I'm drinking, that's all. It's not because I'm worried or anything like that. I'm just really thirsty, you see.
Yes, of course.
Take a big gulp.
Cool. You vanish. So the two of you kind of appear, one right after the other, in the same location I described, right? The smoke and the braziers and the party. You can see about 10 feet away, talking to these weird sort of celestial beings are your two companions, Jrmi and Val. And you can kind of see that, like, as you appear, there's like lying across the ground in front of you is this huge gray furred tiger just fell asleep, right? That just, yeah. You're there for maybe like 30 seconds, kind of taking in the scene before Professor Barkwood also appears next to you.
Jrmi.
Oh, and that's our other friends. That's Moss and Dwyer and our professor. Hi, guys.
Hello, children.
He kind of like slowly starts to move across the room. What do you guys do?
Has that person they summoned gotten there yet? Or otherwise, I'm just probably asking like a string of nonstop questions to the dude.
I'm definitely still just staring.
Give me an insight check, Jrmi. Actually, Val, you can make the same one if you want.
15?
That's fine. Cool.
9. I'm very distracted by their beauty.
Yeah, that makes total sense. So, Jrmi, yeah, you've asked this like long string of like little kid, but why? But why? But why? Is the question, right? And you've gotten the same response a couple of times, like almost in sort of a video game way, that like you feel like you looped back through the dialogue options again. But, yeah, they said like, well, we are here as guests of Master Wahid, and then a couple questions later, we are guests of Master Wahid with the exact same expression, and the exact same sort of head movements. Like there's something a little weird about at least this person, Basim, the guy you're talking to. What are Moss and Theodûir up to? You guys come in.
I think he'll still kind of like. Actually, probably this new place and everything. It's all weird. He'll probably like just. If he's not feeling threatened, he'll just because it's a pretty small-ish room too, right? Like you.
Yeah, it's not huge. It's it's maybe about 50 feet across.
Yeah, I think he'll probably actually look for like because if there's food and everything, he'll probably go and just like reach up, they get that hand like on the top of the table and like, there's something.
Give me a perception check, Moss, to look for something. What about you?
So are we still like really thirsty and kind of?
Yeah, all that stuff is still true. Yeah. Yep, you're still sweaty and hungry and thirsty. All that is true.
Look for some kind of like water source.
Okay, yeah, go for it.
I got a perception. 17 on my perception.
Can I roll?
You instantly like that's the food. I smell it. Like you're just going right.
My animal instincts tell me.
Faceplant.
I just like you see the table and the food, and you see this like sticky little hand. Just...
So you're just grabbing the food with no conceit of what's up there.
Don't care. I'm just like, I'll eat this. That looks good. Doesn't matter.
Interesting.
Question: did the professor have to grab my armor before he teleported?
The professor did not grab your armor.
All right.
No. Yeah, you were armorless. Alas. So you're reaching your hand up there, Moss, and you come away with like a big handful of dates.
Ooh, yeah.
Like sort of, you just could shove those.
Oh yeah.
What did you get, Theodûir? Looking for water? Okay, yeah, you can find your way over to the same area where Moss is. You're not quite as short as Moss, so you can like see what's on the table. Let me see. You see an impressive display of strange foreign food is spread out before you on this dark wood table. Besides the dates and the figs and foods that are more familiar to you, you spot a number of dishes that you do not recognize. You spot these wispy little puffs of what resemble kind of tiny clouds that are colored brilliant hues of green and pink and blue. Next to that, you spot a great like roasted bird but it's got 6 wings. It's all sort of covered in spices, and as you watch it, like every once in a while, it'll kind of like crackle with electricity. But your attention is a little more focused on what's past that, like sort of a number of drinks that are kind of like laid out like a mini bar. And there are, what's weird is you watch them, they kind of have like little tiny whirlwinds spinning inside of them, like little whirlpools. Yeah. There's no other like water. That's really the closest thing to
A beverage. All right,
Yeah.
I'll definitely go for the closest one. And
Okay, yeah.
can I like smell it or something? I don't know.
Yeah, sure. You can sniff it. I mean, what do you? It smells kind of fruity.
It smells like a drink, right? Like
It definitely smells like an alcoholic drink.
Oh,
yeah, fruity. It's got that.
My father drinks things
would,
like
would
these all the
Theodûir
time.
know that? I guess is what I
I think so. Yeah, you probably got dragged to a lot of your father's like parties and fundraisers and stuff. Like I imagine you know what like wine smells
What is,
like.
in this world? What is the like drinking age?
As
Is
far
there
as you
such
can
a
see the
thing?
table.
Can you just-
What an interesting idea to be developed in a couple hundred years. Yeah.
I guess. Okay, cool. Then I'll just drink that.
Not
yeah.
party wine, it's underage drinking. Woo!
Yeah, I'll open that up and I'll.
And strange sex parties.
Thank God, something. And we'll just go
Okay, sure. So you take a drink of it. The minute that you kind of start to drink it, you feel this like weird swirly feeling in your mouth, like the drink going around in a circle. I need a Constitution save, actually.
Really? It's like, nah, one. Yeah, you're shit faced.
Oh, let me go on the table. What's it say? Oh, okay. So I got a 6.
I think
A 6.
while he's doing that, if Moss sees him grab some drinks while he's shoving those dates in his face, he'll probably go over and grab one too. Doesn't matter.
1, 2. Okay, cool. Same thing then. Give me a Constitution save. I'll describe what happens.
Mod 21.
Yeah, it tastes weird. It tastes kind of stinky and like alcohol and burns your mouth
Well, I
off,
think
but it doesn't
as
seem
a
to have.
dwarf, I think the alcohol is what he's fine with. He's like, oh yeah,
Yeah. Your wet nurse was like an ale cask, where like you just
It's like,
put on a spigot on it. Yeah, you're fine. Theodûir, it's not even the alcohol that bothers you so much, but it's this like swirling feeling. You just are sort of perpetually kind of in vertigo. Like for the next hour, you are dizzy, and you have disadvantage on dexterity, constitution, and wisdom checks and saves.
God.
The whole world is just kind of spinning around as you feel like this thing is doing laps around your brain.
Great. Yeah, that's great.
Let's get back to Jrmi and Val. So you guys are sitting there, and this person has been kind of like trying to force their way through the crowd over to you guys. A figure approaches you in sort of a servile fashion, thin and limper. This creature has tan brown skin, wears only like capacious, flowing like pantaloons. You know what I mean, like jean pants. Appears like utterly hairless. There's not no eyebrows, no nothing. In their eyes, there's kind of this glint of blue. Not quite the solid blue of the other two, but this little like Disney movie kind of sparkle. As he approaches, he makes an extremely deep bow, and his bald head almost like touches his sandals. He goes like totally forward. He comes back up, his hands behind his back like this. How may I be of service to the guests of great Master Wahid?
Do you have some armor I could borrow?
Armor. How do you?
I just like the feel of leather on my skin.
Not the right party for that.
That's true.
Leather armor. I think this can be done. Let me put a word in the master's ear, and I will get back to you.
Thank you so much.
You are most welcome to these revels, my young friends. Yes, little one.
Where are we though? Like where are we?
You are in the realm and domain of Master Wahid, and you are his party guests, the same as all those you see around you. I, of course, am not one of these guests, for I am Darabat, and I am his loyal servant.
Could I do a history check on Master Wahid?
I don't think you're with them right now. You're over at the feast table.
Oh,
Yeah, we're getting messed up at the drink
Unless you
table.
guys wander back over, you can.
I don't know. It's okay. I'm feeling pretty dizzy. Yeah.
Yeah. I know the vertigo
Well,
going
all of
on.
his guests are beautiful. I can't stop staring. They're just. How can I look like
Only
that?
How can you look like when you must have been born on the elemental plane of air, my dear?
Where's that?
far away from the place that I suspect you come from. Is there something else I can do to assist you and make your stay more pleasurable while you are with us? Oh, I
Kind of want to go home. When's the party over?
party over.
Like, when does everybody go to sleep?
Well, you may rest at any time that you wish. I do not understand your youthful question. There are many chambers you can visit if you wish to enjoy yourself. You can go and listen to some music, and he gestures towards one side. You may go and partake of the hookah. I do not suggest, however, that you visit the Seraglio. You are a little young.
I like music. You like music, Jrmi?
Yeah. So who's in charge? What do...
Master Wahid is our host and master.
So we asked him for permission for things? Or do we just...
You may consult me. The master has not yet made his grand entrance into the party. If there's anything that your heart desires, young one, I will do everything in my power to make so.
Okay.
Well, I'll be in the music room if that leather armor gets here quickly.
Yes, I will speak to you about it right away.
Amazing, thank you.
Oh, do you have any
Of course.
water?
Water. Yes, water can also be fetched.
Okay.
Where can I find you? Will you stay here or will you partake of some other diversion in his pleasure
Listen to
palace?
music.
Well, I want to get some of the candies, and then we'll go be in a music room.
Yeah.
Very well, I will find you there. I am Darvat and I live to serve. He bows completely all the way down again and disappears into the ground.
Okay, bye.
Amazing. He was so flexible. Oh my god.
So the two of you are at the feast table, Theodûir and Moss. Do you guys want to stay there and keep eating? The other two of you maybe approach if you're going over to go get snacks, right?
I think Theodûir will probably be sitting there like, "Ugh," and Moss is just, "Rah, rah." He sees that like bird, he's just gonna grab like a haunch.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna grab the bird.
Yeah.
Got it. When you take that, and you take a bite of it, I will need a dexterity saving throw, please.
Far out. I did not win that
Dexterity.
one. He's just
So
grabbing.
you're just kind of ravenously.
Yeah, he's just grabbing everything, and as he reaches for the bird,
You pick it up and you like pull it off of the bird. A big like arc of lightning shoots from the roast and zaps you. You take 3 points of lightning damage. Yeah.
The food bites.
I think
All your hair goes out, like stands out on end, right? Like you look like a mad scientist.
so. Like I probably dropped it, right?
You can drop it or not.
Oh, I
you
don't
can
have
still eat
to?
it. But it just shocks
If I just like grabbed it and it shocks me, and I still have it in my hand, he's definitely gonna eat it. He's just like,
you. Go ahead, you can eat
oh
it.
my god,
Yeah.
oh my
And
god.
just like you eat it, and it kind of crackles with electricity, but like sort of safe electricity, like science experiment electricity.
Yeah.
It doesn't really like shock you in the same way. Again, yeah, you can eat it.
Yeah, Moss is all about that. He's like,
Theodûir, what are you doing over there?
Is it good?
it's like yeah.
Can I have some, please? I don't feel good.
Oh.
My tummy is turning over, Moss.
I think Moss will probably hand him like
My
the leg
drink,
that
there was
he's
something
got.
poisoned in it. I don't know why you didn't tell me. Yours seemed fine.
Maybe you got a bad one. Here, try this. It's good.
Thank you. And I'll eat some of his then if I can do that.
Dexterity saving throw, please. You have disadvantage on this because you're dizzy. Yeah.
Trying to get around that. That's what I'm trying to do.
At the end of the night, Theo's just
I get
passed out underneath the table.
Because I'm dizzy.
You're dizzy.
Oh!
You got a 2.
What I get? A 7.
And a 2.
7 and a 2.
Oh, man.
So 5.
4 lightning damage. It like shocks you inside your mouth. Like you take a bite and you think you're fine. Like this is okay.
Just, you look like Tim from Jurassic Park, like straight through the
For
party.
a second, you see Theodûir's skeleton inside his skin, like a cartoon. Yeah.
My nose
He's like
is-
missing ribs.
Moss is just like, isn't it delicious? Isn't that cool?
My nose is probably bleeding for sure.
Jrmi and Val approach the table at this moment. You see Theodûir all shocked. What do you guys do?
How you doing there, Theo?
That's
You got a little something right here.
I think Moss will like yell triumphantly that you must try the shockbird. Just like with this thing in his hand, they like reach it over to you guys.
I'm good. I'm not really hungry. Yeah.
Can I try cure Yali? No, hold on. I'm gonna try cure wounds on.
Yeah, you can cure him.
Weird. Okay.
I can't forget my name.
Yes, I can. So you're gonna get 7 hit points. You just get back to full.
Thank you.
And then I'll just kind of like step over him. I'll try some of that firebird.
Shockbird.
Yeah. Dexterity.
Give me a dexterity saving throw, please.
I'm going for the dates.
The dates are regular dates. They're sweets and sort of like candied, but they don't harm you. There's no saves involved
14?
with the dates. 14. Yeah, you can kind of like take it and sort of, you saw it happen to Theodûir and you just hold it out while it shocks, and then you can have some.
Yum, yum, yum. I also want to eat some of that cloud candy stuff.
There's cloud candy.
Yeah, the little puffs of like what look like sort of caramelized clouds. Yeah. Just kind of
And
candy.
there's
Going for the dates.
nothing
man.
involved with eating those things.
Just face planting.
I'll try to identify.
You gonna have some Jrmi, I assume?
Yeah.
Okay, so Jrmi, you can eat it. Give me a wisdom save. It's like very like sickly sweet, and again, like just dissolves instantly like candy when you eat it.
16.
Okay, yeah, you feel like a little lightheaded for a second, but you seem fine. It doesn't have any permanent effect on you.
I think Moss is now questioning, like, what does it taste like? I want some. I don't care.
It's so good.
Wisdom save, please.
19.
Yeah, similarly, it's super sweet and like saccharine, but doesn't seem to have an effect on you.
Do you want some?
What is it? The cloud thing?
It's like candies.
No.
Fine.
Maybe. Does it look good? Does it look good?
Yeah, it's that like bright. You're a little kid, remember? This is like a bright pink candy, right? Like there's pink and blue and purple and green, like.
Who doesn't want that?
Right, exactly.
It does look very fluffy.
Yeah,
I
As
guess
you're agonizing over this, Theodûir, Darabat, the servant, will arrive, and he has like a pitcher, like filled with water in one hand, and he has like this recently made suit of studded leather armor in the other. And it's like perfectly sized, right, as though you were made by a master tailor. It's called cloudy floss. It is a delicacy where we come from. He'll hand you that and set the water down, and then scuttle away.
Thank you. Thank you.
Darabat!
I'm gonna go try to hide behind the professor and then change into my armor.
Sure, yeah. The professor is like sitting there staring at the banquet table, like looking back and forth. So he's not really moving. It's perfect for you to just.
And I like throw the gauze off. I'm just like, okay. I'm kidding. Okay.
You weren't like naked, were you?
This is my underwear.
Okay.
I'm 13. Okay.
No, you're
Going
15,
through some
yeah?
awkward things.
You wanted to try some Theodûir, right?
Well, since he brought the water, I'll probably just go for that, actually, because that's
Cool.
what I was looking for initially.
You mean strength? No, I'm joking. No, it's just water. It's really like crisp, like clean, like mountain water, right? Like it's that beautiful, refreshing. Yeah.
I mean, he'll drink as
wonderful.
much as he can.
Sure.
Until someone probably stops him.
I'm gonna stop you. I'm
Yeah.
gonna
Yeah, I think we're all ready for that water,
I
actually.
asked for it.
Yeah. I'll play you Jrmi.
You just as you drink it, and then you like set it back down, it refills, so it doesn't run out the pitcher. Yeah.
Then he'll pick it back up and keep it for
Amazing.
a little longer, and then he'll put it
Yeah.
back. There you go.
You guys just sit there and mainline water the whole time.
I think we should take it to the music room.
Sure. Yeah, he's agreeing with you.
I think Moss is like, if we go anywhere, he's just gonna grab like just as many of the things as he can. Maybe
All the
another
food.
drink, another like candy. Yeah,
Sure.
he's got a handful of stuff. He's trying to like got a cup in his. He's like, yeah, this is great.
Loaded down with all the food. Perfect. Yeah. Cool. So you guys can head towards the room with the music. I feel like maybe we'll take our first break there and then start when you guys enter that room. We're about 5 minutes to 5 anyway. Let's take our break. Do we want to maybe try to mess with the stream to see if we can get rid of the static?
I might just close out the Zoom window and then send you a new one just to see.
Yeah, that's cool. Okay. There were a few suggestions as to what it might be in the chat. I don't know if you saw some of
Yeah.
those.
One of them I'm not entirely sure. It's like messing around with the cord that I have here, but I don't.
Yeah, okay. Well, anyway, okay, guys, we're going to take a quick 5-minute break, so feel free to go get some real water, get some cloudy floss, some shockbird, if you will. And we'll be back in just a few minutes. Awesome.
Cool.
Cool. I call dibs.
Fine. The bathroom's fine.